presence tonight. Thank you for the cloud. In the name of Jesus. Please, can we be seated? The atmosphere is charged for the supernatural to invade this place. The grace of God is present. We have had, this is the 10th day of our program, Provoking Supernatural Increase. Provoking supernatural increase. Right from the first day, we've been exploiting the meaning of these three words: provoking, supernatural, and the word increase. We looked on why do we need supernatural increase. We exploited 8 points, and we started looking on the deeper meaning of supernatural increase and why the supernatural needs to step in the midst of the natural. And we said the increase we're talking about here has nothing to do with natural efforts. It has to do with supernatural effort, the intervention, the descending, the coming down of heaven, of God into the affairs of the earth to cause an increase in the life of someone, a family, a ministry, a government, a nation, or a place. Yesterday we began looking on, and when we said one of the requirements was spiritual living. It's one of the requirements, and we explored a lot of things about what does it mean to be spiritual. And then we looked on one of the concepts on the place of divine instruction. The entire yesterday we were looking on the place of divine instruction, commanding supernatural increase by yielding to what? Divine instructions. And we looked on the various mediums through which divine instruction flows into the life of someone. We said number one, it flows from the word of God. As you read the written word of God, you tap into the logos of God. You catch a rhema word of God that comes to you as an individual. And I said every individual has a word within the written logos that defines your destiny from the beginning of times. And we looked on the second point on God release divine instructions into your life through the power of visions and dreams. That God can speak to you through visions and dreams. And we exploited a text like Acts chapter 10, where God spoke to Peter on the way from Joppa, ascending into the house of Simon the tanner, and was trying to instruct him about the open fields of Italy in the house of Cornelius that was ripe. And then we looked about instructions coming to your life through your prophet, your sent prophet, and that your sent prophet are channels through which God speaks to you. We looked on a scripture like Hosea chapter 12 verse 10, which the Bible talks about how God said, I have spoken to you through the prophet and through the ministries of visions and dreams. I have ministered to you through the ministries of the prophet. And then we went forward to start praying. The power of God hit the building as it's going to hit this evening, because grace is here, the anointing is here. The Lord spoke to me that certain strange manifestations will be here this evening, and I'm trusting God to see someone walk out of this place differently. And yesterday I told you that we'll be looking on engaging supernatural increase through the force of favor. So tonight we want to look on how favor can supply you increase. How you can engage supernatural increase through the force of favor. So this evening we're looking on engaging supernatural increase by the force of favor. By the force of favor. By way of introduction, what is favor? What is favor? What is favor? Favor is kindness and preferential treatment given to someone or a group of people at a particular moment in their journey of life here on the earth. You don't need favor when you're in heaven. Favor is not everybody who makes heaven and enters heaven does not need favor. A natural breeds on favor. Favor is needed on the earth realm. Someone say in the earth realm. I didn't hear you better. Say earth realm. Say it again. Say earth realm. Say earth realm. As long as you live in this life, you need favor to survive. You need favor to make it through life here. My God, there is someone here. In these last 4 months of the year, favor will distinguish you. When you look at that definition, you see 4 things. Number 1, it says kindness. Say kindness. Say kindness. I didn't hear you better. Say kindness. Did you remember the story of Mephibosheth? David said, is there anyone in the house of Saul that I may show him the kindness of the Lord? One of the terminology that is used to define favor is the word kindness. Is the word kindness. And there was a lame man called Mephibosheth, living in Lodebar, in the house of Mashi. Suddenly favor embarrassed him. There is someone here, favor will embarrass you. I said it will embarrass you. I said it will embarrass you. I came to LIMBE for you. I'm trying to lay some foundation because something is coming for someone. Let me show you something. Psalms 31 verse 21. Are you right there? Can we read? Go ahead.
King James. Blessed be the Lord.
Blessed be the Lord.
For he has shown me his marvelous kindness.
For he has shown me his marvelous kindness. I prophesy to 50 persons under my voice. The Lord shall show you his marvelous kindness. You know, he said he has shown me, not here, not here, not here. You can hear about the Lord's goodness, but you have not tasted it. You can hear about the Lord's kindness, but you have never tasted it. But if he shows you, that means he will demonstrate it. The word show means demonstration. The word show means manifest it. I speak to 40 persons under my voice. In between now and December 31st, the Lord shall manifest his marvelous kindness. In between now and December 31st, I prophesy on your life, you shall taste the Lord's kindness. You shall celebrate the marvelous kindness of God. As the psalmist speaking, that means we should tell you that David is telling you that my life is a product of the manifestations of the Lord's kindness. Blessed be the Lord God who has shown me his marvelous kindness. Can you continue?
In a strong city.
In a strong city. That means in a place where it is tough. In a city where no one makes it. In a place where no one survives anyhow. In a place where people struggle and don't see results. That the Lord has shown me his marvelous kindness. I speak to someone here. Maybe you're in a place where it's not working. Maybe you come from a family where things are tough for people and strong for people. But in between now and December 31st, my God will break that power over that matter. I say Yeshua will break that power over that matter. Are you dealing with a strong fire? Are you dealing with something stronger than your abilities? Are you dealing with something stronger than your intelligence? Are you dealing with something stronger than the doctor's report? Stronger than medical science? Are you dealing with a sickness stronger than disease? Stronger than what sciences can produce? Stronger than what your knowledge can produce? Stronger than what your connection can do? Somebody shout it, kindness. I didn't hear you, but I said the Lord's kindness. Say, Lord, download your kindness on my destiny. I don't like your way you're talking. Say, Lord, download your kindness in my career. Download it in my marital destiny. Download it in my academics. Download it in my finances. Download it. Am I talking to someone here? In my family. Download it. Sit down. I came for someone in our
this place, it will hit someone like a stronghold. The Lord has shown me unusual kindness in a strong city. It is not the strongness of a land, it is the bigness of your God. It is not how things are tough where you are, it is the greatness of the God you serve. You serve a mighty God. He's the same yesterday and today. When he lifts you up, no man can put you down. Am I speaking to someone here? In between now and December, something is turning over your destiny. Grace is about to blow for someone.
Isaiah 44 verse 3.
For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring.
Can we read something like the New Living? Give me another versions.
New Living Translation. For I will pour out water to quench your thirst, and to irrigate your parched fields. And I will pour out my spirit on your descendants, and my blessings on your children.
Another version that need favor, the version that put favor on it.
Jesus. With struggles. When God chooses to favor you, the story is different. What is divine favor? I've defined favor. Divine favor is when God decides to show you unusual kindness and preferential treatment. Divine favor. I've defined favor first. I'm defining now divine favor. Divine favor is a favor from God. Are you here? Divine favor is what? A favor from God. Is man having favor with God? It is when God decides to show you, or show a family, or show a ministry, or show a nation unusual treatment, unusual kindness, and unusual blessings. Can you read us 1 Samuel chapter 2? In the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2.
And the child Samuel grew up.
And the child Samuel grew up.
And was in favor.
And was in favor.
Both with the Lord.
Both with the Lord.
And also with man.
So you have favor with God. And what? Favor with man. Am I talking to someone? It shows you two dimensions of favor. You can have favor with God. And you can have favor with what? Man. Luke chapter 2 verse 52. That's Jesus the Bible is speaking of.
And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man.
So you find what was said in Samuel was also said with Jesus. Jesus had favor with God and had favor with man. Am I speaking to someone here? Are you getting me? So there are two dimensions of favor you are authorized to operate if you must create waves on the face of the earth. There are two dimensions of favor you are authorized, expected to operate on the earth if your life must create waves on the face of the earth. If you must fulfill destiny in a grand style, there are two dimensions of favor. You must have favor with God. Look at it very well. It starts with favor with God first, and then favor with man. It didn't start with man and then with God, because your favor with man depends on your favor with God. Am I talking to someone here? This evening I will take time to exploit favor with God. Tomorrow I will exploit favor with man. Am I speaking to someone here? Are you hearing what I'm saying? In the name of Jesus. So therefore, if you're going to stop, there are two dimensions of favor you need to operate on your journey on earth. If your life must create waves on the earth, if your life must make significant contributions to the generation where you live in, you need to assess these two dimensions of favor. Workable, functional, operating in your life. Say amen. Amen. Say better amen. Amen. Every great man you see on the earth has certain things that operated on their life. It is called the favor of God. Favor with God. Anywhere there are great achievements and accomplishment, it is sponsored by favor. So in a simple statement, if you may write something, number one, we said favor will bring you what? Unusual kindness, not so? Number two, we said it will bring you preferential what? Treatment. Number three, it will bring you acceptance. Say acceptance. I didn't hear you say acceptance. You find people you don't know why people don't accept you. You're beautiful, but you don't know why they don't accept you. You step into places before you discover you're hated in that place. Can I put it this way to you? Hatred is the absence of favor in your life. Rejection is the absence of favor in your life. Rejection is the absence of favor. Is rejected. Anytime you are dismissed in certain places, it is the absence of the operations of favor in your life. Some of them can be traceable to the absence of favor in your life. Say better amen. Amen. I'm not hearing you. Say better amen. Amen. What was the next thing? Favor will frustrate the law of merits in your life. What will favor do to you? It will frustrate the laws of merits in your life. That means you're not going to receive things in life based on merits. Things that will come to you is not traceable to merit. Say merit. I didn't hear you better. Say merit. Say merit. Say merit. With men. It will cause men to accept you. Say accept you. I didn't hear you better. Shout it better. Say like you mean it. Acceptability with men depends on you being accepted before God. Acceptability with men depends if God has favored you. When God has favored you, you don't struggle to be accepted before men. You don't struggle to be accepted before people. People will naturally accept you stresslessly. And the child Jesus, are you here? Grew with favor with men and favor with God. Somewhere favor with God and favor with men. Are you here? Are you getting me? Let me prove that to you. In the books of Psalms 89, please can you go there if you're a good reader? Psalms 89. Psalms 89. Psalms 89. Someone who is there, you can start reading us verse 24. We could read something there fast. Or we can start from verse 20, please. Psalms 89 verse 20.
I have found David, my servant.
I have found David, my servant. That word that means I have favored him. The Bible for 2:5 tells you found. The Bible for 25,000, the Dave's Bible says, I have favored David, my servant. Found means he was selected. When they use the word found, found is a past tense of the verb to seek. It means to seek. There are many, but I found one. In the multitude, I found one. I selected one. I rejected many to begin. Not that he was too qualified, but I found him. I favored him. Am I talking to someone? I favored him. I favored him. So David found favor before God. My emphasis will be on verse 22. Verse starting from verse 18. Verse 18.
Then answered one of the servants.
Okay, let's go straight to verse 21. Because of time, I have found the son of Jesse. Go ahead.
And David came to Saul.
And David came. This is when David was possessed and they were looking for someone to play the harp. Am I talking? and he can play the harp, he's skillful, caring and all that. And then the father sent him. The message was sent to the father to send him. So the father sent him. For all the time David was in that kingdom, nobody knew him apart from his family members. And then suddenly a letter came to the father's house in the tribe of Judah that they sent forth your son, who was calling him. Somebody said the president of the country. It was the king Saul calling him. That was the president of the country calling him. From where? He was in the bush taking care of the sheep. Calling him. Don't forget that day he was anointed. The Bible said, and he returned back to the taking care of the sheep. He was anointed, he did not stay home. He returned back to the bush. So when this news came from the presidency, they brought him from the forest, they brought him from the bush, and they sent him to the palace to meet with the king. Go ahead.
And stood before him.
And he stood before him. For the first time the king is seeing him. Be smart, please.
And he loved him greatly.
And can you see somebody for your first time and love him? And it's not just love, it's called greatly. You saw somebody for your first time, you love him beyond people you have seen for many times, many years, and he loved him greatly. That's the word greatly is an adjective trying to describe the intent, the weight, the depth, the width, the length, the limit. Am I talking to someone? The height of the love. Go ahead.
And he became his armor bearer.
Thank you. Take me to verse 22. Let's see what caused that love. Go ahead.
And Saul sent
message to Jesse, David's father,
saying, let him, I pray thee,
let him not return back to the forest.
Stand before me,
let him here.
For he has found
favor before me. I prophesy to someone here. Anyone hating you, the oil of favor will descend upon you. As am I talking to someone here? You walk into some office, people see you for the first time. That testimony that they love you clearly will come upon you. The rejection of your document is the absence of favor of that document. In these 2 days, today and tomorrow, the anointing will drop on your papers. It will drop on your documents. It will drop on your CV. It will drop on certain things concerning you. And you will hear the news. And he loved him greatly. You see that? And he said, he has found favor. So favor was what sponsored the love. So favor was what sponsored the acceptance. Favor was what sponsored the acceptability. There is someone here. I hear the Lord speaking to me. There is a word that is about to be fulfilled in your life. God is about to favor you mercilessly. The loudest your amen, you just heard what I just spoke to. I said the loudest your amen, you just heard what I spoke to. Sit down. Favor will bring you out from some unpleasant places. Somebody say unpleasant places. It will take you out of places of shame. Unpleasant places. Favor will bring you out of unpleasant places. Where was David at first? From the text where he was in the bush, taking care of the sheep. That place. Every time you wake up, you see the animal. You hear sounds of insects. You hear all kinds of the rains falling on you. It is just the forest, a kind of living. Can you imagine about forest living? And then suddenly, Bible says, and he found favor, and the message was sent to his parent, let him stay here in the presidency. What brought him out of the forest? I don't hear you to stay where? Favor is dragging him out from unpleasant places and planting him on beautiful places. I prophesy to you, in between now and December, I see favor dragging you from some unpleasant places. I see favor pulling you out of some places. Pulling someone from unemployment to the place of employment. It will be pulling someone from singlehood to the place of marriage. I said it will pull you from walking on foot to have a car on your own. It will pull you from renting to build a house on your own. I don't like your amen. Let me look for someone who can carry prophecy. I prophesy to someone here. It will draw you from unpleasant places. I said it will draw you from unpleasant places. Some of you walk out of this nation mind, on my life, on my career, on my finances, on my business, on my marriage, on my children, in my family. I see something breaking out of my life. How long I've stayed in the boat? I've always been taking care of the sheep. Why am I still in this place? I hear the Lord speaking to me. There is someone here. Your season for lifting has come. The Bible says for the set time to favor Zion has come. There is someone here. By the word of prophecy, I hear the Spirit of the Lord speaking to me. The time to favor you has come. Favor is about to locate you where you are. It will drag you from where you are, plant you on pleasant places. Someone is moving from a place to sit in a presidency experience. I don't know who I came to preach here tonight, but I see you leaving a place to a place of dignity, to a place of honor, to a place of glory. Shout in a better amen. Sit down. That favor dragged him out, for he has found favor. There is someone here consistently. You go out and come back. You have the grace upon your life. What is operating is the ability to see and come back. You go to good offices, you cannot stay there. You fly to different nations, you see the glory of those nations, but you come back to your same poor state. You go to places, you enter big cars and just temporary enjoyment, and then you go back and walking on foot. But if I be a servant of God, that yoke shall be broken for someone. Anyone with the loudest amen, that yoke shall be broken. Days of temporal experience are over. My God will foster you by favor. He said, let him stand here. Let him stay here. Stop there. Look at me. Stop. Tell him. The anointing, he pulled him from the bush, but did not keep him in the place where he was anointed. Oh God, you don't get it. After the anointing, he went back to the bush. But when Favour pulled him from the bush, he kept him where he was. There is someone here, you say, man of God, have an anointing. You need Favour plus anointing. You can be anointed and no man know you. You can be anointed and die like that. But when Favour meets with your anointing, people will know you in cities. They will know you in high places. Am I talking to someone here? I see power of Favour landing on someone. I said to God, let me tell you, I preached this Bible in LIMBE, Yaoundé and places for 10 good years. Heavily anointed. They can tell you my story in this city. I was still turning around. Yeah, 10 years ago, 2017, marked the turning point of my ministry. God began taking me on high grounds, bringing big, significant people into my ministry, into my calling under my feet for submission. Because that's when the Lord said to me, He said, I will give you what you have labored for 10 years. In the year 2017, I see God brought me assets, brought me cars, brought me things like nothing. 1 year turned my entire life. 1 year turned my entire life like a dream. I speak to someone here. What the anointing has not delivered, Favour shall deliver it. I can hear you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Have them. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Have them. Have them. Have them. Have them. Take it. Jesus of Nazareth. I told you it's a few minutes. The path God will invade this place. Mashantakata. Don't forget about they are getting theirs. You don't know what they are contacting. Leave them there. Get certain for yourself. You came here with an agenda. Are you not tired of your life? You are gifted than others. You're in the same place. Kushakata. Harekato makinto kebekatosa. Intali katakata. Malekete pekete koto. Intalo katu makinda. Arish kata baketa bakata. Anything keeping you on the same place, losing The Lord just said to me, there is someone here in 30 days. In 30 days, I see a turnaround over your destiny. I see a turnaround over your future. Sit down, get this point. Get this point. Have that woman. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. We are live. There are people watching us seriously on places distant. There are a lot of thousands of people online watching me now. Jesus of Nazareth. From unpleasant places. The next thing is that favor will change your status. I was reading something and I screamed when I look at the word of God. I had always known that it was because of the ability of Joseph to interpret the dreams of Pharaoh that made him prime minister. God changed my life by the word of God. My mind was frustrated when I came to the realities of these counsels of God. Awesome God. Thank you, Father. You're doing wonders. Please, can you read Genesis chapter 39 verse 2, chapter 39 verse 21? It's smart and by time.
But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy and gave him favor.
So the Lord was with who? Joseph. And showed him favor. What is it? Come in there. You see the word mercy, favor. Mercy because he's guilty. We'll talk about that, but now he's in prison. He's been judged and sentenced. Because the experience there is the experience not at Potiphar's house. It's the experience imprisoned. And for that sentence to be cancelled, because mercy is exempted from punishment. Anyway, it's high for you. Let's go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
And gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison.
Stop there. In the sight of who? Say like you mean it. So, according to the life of Joseph, dimension favor number one is to find favor in small, unpleasant places. Is having favor before the keeper of the prisons. First dimensions of favor Joseph experienced. Favor, though you're still in captivity, but you're having some small favor around. You are imprisoned. The favor the prisoner does, the person whom God is giving you this favor does not have the capacity to give you total freedom. They are giving you small 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, some kind of small amount of money that cannot bring you out of your tribulation completely. Person in the hall, and if you're online, you're watching me, go around your house, walk around, say today I'm breaking off from that circle. I'm breaking off from that kind of testimony. I'm breaking off from that kind of testimony. I'm having favor with people who can take me out of my crisis. I'm breaking out. When I cry so much, they give me 30,000. When I cry so much, they pay my house rent for 2 months. When I cry so much, school fees will come out. When I go through, and they can just give me some little assistance, some kinds of treatment, some kind of experiences. I'm tired of that kind of favor. I'm tired of giving that kind of subsistence, local, traditional, average testimonies. I need a favor that puts me out of captivity. I need a favor that puts me out of prison's experience. A prison experience that means you're bad. You can't walk beyond anywhere. You can't move from boundaries. Prison experience favor. You can just turn around certain circles. You can see some people around 1-2%. He was inside the prison with one man and another man. Your life is limited to some categories of people. Who am I speaking to here? And someone here, they are your family members. I hear it so strong in my spirit. You are about to break out from prison experience of favor. You are about to break out from prison experience of favor. Am I talking to someone here? Are you hearing me? Sit down. Acts chapter 7. Whatever I stopped, we can come back tomorrow. Are you hearing me? Let me tell you, it's going to be so heavy on someone. Your destiny will be embarrassed. I got a text this morning from one of my daughters who has been out of school for 4 years. I was in Douala, I was preaching and I prophesied. I think some of you saw the tape on your WhatsApp pages. And I said, God is about to launch someone into favor. And this morning she sent me a voice note and said, Daddy, someone said to me that I should go and look for a master's program. I'm ready to pay the 1.2 million francs for the cost that is paid. I will pay all your bills. I don't know who I came to prophesy to someone here. You have seen little things, but there is a great dimensions of favor coming. There is a level of grace coming on your life. Am I talking to someone here? It's supernatural. It has nothing to do with you. It's supernatural. That means God moving on your behalf. It is God moving on your behalf. Somebody say, Lord, move on my behalf. I didn't hear you, but I said, Lord, move on my behalf. This is a tape. After the meeting is over, listen to it, buy it, get it. Listen to the tape repeatedly. Activate the access of what I'm speaking, because there is something in these 4 months coming. There is a ramp for grace. Take it. Jesus. There is a ramp for grace. Ramp for grace. There is what is called abuse of a ticket. Take it. Take it. Jesus of Nazareth. Take it. Someone is walking out of this meeting with an unusual favor on your destiny. Leave him down there. Something is here this evening. Huh? You know, a servant of God, when they speak, manifestations are following in the order. Someone asked me, sir, how do you speak and things happened? I said to him, the sacrifices I made, if I tell you, the places I've been on the hands of God, if I tell you, you're not like it. He said to me, when you come into LIMBE, every word you speak, I will back it. And I'm speaking to someone here. If God be God, anyone mocking you shall look up to you. It's a few months from now. But your amen is small to carry it. I speak to you. Anyone mocking you now, in some few months from today, they shall look up to you. I said they shall look up to you. Are you Acts chapter 7? In Cameroon, I used to traditional messages. You preach and just do things. You preach and the spirit is entering people. It's exactly as it's back onto me, the spirit enter me. As I'm speaking, the spirit of favor is entering inside your womb, entering inside your spirit, entering inside your body. Are you there?